Hello, it's Reviews Day Tuesday and it's time for a new episode of Discworld Discourses. Today I am reviewing Feet of Clay, which is the 19th book in the Discworld series by Terry Pratchett, first published in 1996. In this we follow the Watch of Ankh-Morpork, led by Sam Vimes, as they investigate the poisoning of Lord Vetinari and two mysterious murders that have seemingly been committed by golems. As you may know, the Watch books are my very favourites of the Discworld series, and Feet of Clay has been one of my favourites so far in this reread, which surprised me a bit because I didn't remember it so specifically from my previous read of the series. It has one of my favourite openings of any Discworld book, especially with how Sam Vimes is introduced. It's my favourite Sam Vimes introduction at time of filming. I don't know if that'll change in the future, but I hadn't remembered that it was in this book, so that was a lovely surprise when I read it at the start. And this is the book in this reread where Sam Vimes has once again become my favourite character, and just generally I love the characterisation in Feet of Clay of Vetinari, of Angua and Carrot, of Nobby and Colon, of Detritus. Cheery Littlebottom is a great addition to the series, and I love Dorful so much. One of my favourite books so far in this reread for complex characters and complex relationships. And the story is pretty complex too. There's another mystery to be solved. We've had a few of those recently in the Discworld series, and on several occasions I thought I had a handle on things and knew what was happening and thought I was ahead of the characters. But oh no, I was not. It's quite satisfying the way that the book provides the clues to help solve the mystery, and it doesn't insult the reader's intelligence, which I like a lot. The book broaches some complex subjects, and I love how it does, with the trademark Pratchett wit. What it means to be alive, prejudice, racism, intolerance, inequality, gender, monarchy. There's a lot to think about in this book. Some Discworld books, are lighter and full of fun, full of laughs and jokes and puns. This book has that. It's still funny, but it feels like one of the more serious books. I'm not sure if that's the right word, but it has, layers, and it tackles complex subjects. I guess it's one of the ones that could require more work to read it, but it's more rewarding because of that. And that might be a bit why Feet of Clay has sort of faded out a bit in my memory. A lot of the books I have a very clear memory of, this is the book in which bam, this happened. This is the thing that I remember and loved about this specific book. A few words which describe what this book is about and why I love it. I feel like the things that I like about Feet of Clay are things that are less easily described in a few words. Like the way that Sam Vimes was introduced, like the course of Angua and Cheery's relationship over the course of the book, how Vetinari works and his relationship with Vimes, the way the golems are treated over the course of the book, and how the Watch's perception of them changes over the course of the book. These are all things that are awesome, and are probably things that at the end of the series that I might not remember are all in this book. Anyway, as you may be able to tell, I was really impressed with Feet of Clay, and I will give it 4.6 out of 5. I would really love to know what you think about Feet of Clay if you have read it. Do you feel similarly about this book or differently? So, some facts about Feet of Clay. Several crests of Ankh-Morpork guilds and families are presented in this book, and their associated mottos, and a few of them translated, are: for Baker Rudolph Potts, because I need the dough; for Vetinari, if it ain't broke, don't fix it; and for the Jnobs family, take it all. There are, as is common in the Discworld series, many references to the Round World. There are references to Sherlock Holmes and Hamlet and the TV comedy Cheers, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and also to British history with Charles I and Oliver Cromwell. This book sees the first appearance of Anak MacFeagle with Wee Mad Arthur, although in this book he is described as a gnome, so although it's the first appearance, it's not our first introduction. And this book also sees the start of Gaspod's association with Foul Old Ron. So if you liked Feet of Clay, what should you read next? The next Watch book is Jingo, and then after that it is The Fifth Elephant, but if you haven't read Guards and Men at Arms yet, then I would definitely put those at the top of the list. Also, if you liked the golems, you might want to check out Going Postal and Making Money. If you didn't like Feet of Clay, then I would probably recommend just sticking with the Discworld reading order and trying Hogfather next, and I will be reviewing that on the 5th of November, and I will put a link to the full list of Discworld books and when I'm planning on reviewing them in the description below. That is it for today. As I said before, I would love to know your thoughts on Feet of Clay if you have read it. Let's move across to the end screen. If you'd like to see my latest video or some more Discworld discourses, then you can do so below me here, and you can also subscribe to my channel or visit my website if you should wish to beside me here. And if you'd like to check out my Patreon page, then the link to that is in the description below. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you later on in the week.